All right. So, I went ahead and started this early because I am freaking hungry. I'm starving. And I don't want to get this over with. So I can go, so I can go grab some food. Um, so I'll be here for like, 15, 20 minutes or so. You can listen to this back. I'm I'm so hungry I can't even stand it anymore. And I'd rather get this done so I can go get food. Um, when we're looking at today's slate, it is I think it's pretty straightforward, or at least easy to determine what's going to go on here. Now, yet again, I have everybody on the screen here, so you can look and see where you guys are at here. But just where I'm at, I think the two major guys that we're looking at who could potentially lead this race are Chandler Smith and Cole Custer. Cole Custer is my favorite for that. I like him heads up between him and Chandler Smith. I'm not playing Brandon Jones. I'm not playing Connor Zilic. I'm probably not playing Sam Mayer. I'm not playing Eric Almirola. I'm not playing Love. Not playing Kligerman. Although Kligerman is looking pretty decent as a value play if you need to fit him in there. But the real thing that I want to focus on in this race is Sammy Smith, AJ, Sheldon Creed, Riley Herbst, and Corey Heim. Now, for whatever reason, we have wandered upon the starting grid. Actually, let me go ahead. We have wandered upon the um, starting grids of people, being in the teams that have been very important and necessary to be competing for the optimal value and stuff, or the optimal lineup. And when you look at like where AJ is, look at Almendinger, fantastic uh, history this year. We look at where they're at in practice. I mean, AJ is right where you want to see somebody. You look at Creed, who yet again, I mean, Joe Gibbs' car. I mean, up and down, whatever. Like, happy to see that Creed is starting with place differential baked in. As I said, I lean much more towards just how these people have been working with recent form. Riley Herbst seems like a great play and seems like a guy who is probably going to be pretty chalky in most builds. You get to him at $9,700, whether you're paying up for two 10K guys, whether you're just using one. Like Riley Herbst seems to be a pretty popular and chalk build or chalk play, regardless of what build you're working with. Corey Heim at 77. Now, we have not seen a ton of speed in terms of where this guy is at, but it's Corey Heim, 7,700. I assume at some point the car is going to allow him to finally get a decent finish at an intermediate track that isn't just horrible, and we're seeing pretty much everything we want to see from practice. And so from Sammy Smith to Corey Heim, I think two of these guys are going to be optimal. Might end up pushing three, especially it'll probably end up pushing three if it's just one of Chandler Smith or Cole Custer being the main lap leader, and then the place differential guys are going to come through. Um, Allgaier is ninth, Hills in 10th. If you're playing Allgaier or Hill, it's because you're seeing them directly being able to overcome starting in 10th place, which isn't an issue, but overcome Chandler Smith and Cole Custer. I don't think Austin Hill is in line to do that. Um, Allgaier should be the individual who is able to do that. When I look at what I have with Allgaier, I have a couple lineups paired with Allgaier and Cole Custer. So like it's Allgaier, Custer, and then like Corey Heim, Riley Herbst, et cetera, et cetera. Builds like that. Um, with the rest of the slate, now we have Leland and Brad starting last. Leland, Brad, Kyle Weatherman, Daniel Dye seem to be the best value plays. Now, value in two different descriptions. Weatherman is probably the best on the slate at 63. If you're building and you need to pay up for as many place differential and lap leaders as possible, Leland and Brad are your go-to guys. I have no issue playing Brad at all. I think when we look at how this race is going to end up playing out, a lot of people qualified around where they should. Um, in terms of speed and stuff. Like you look at Jeb Burton and like really not playable based on what he's usually able to do. When we look at, Anthony Alfredo, really not playable based on what he's normally able to do. We look at Kyle Sieg and where he normally finishes. This is where he's at. We look at, like Matt Benedetto and stuff. And so a lot of people are starting where they should be starting. Okay. And so when you get to the value range and stuff, I mean, even Poole and like Ellis, like Poole has been great because he finishes so well and he usually starts last. He's starting 28th. I mean, realistically, give him like 21st, 22nd. And so you start running into a situation where the only value plays that you should like consider would be Poole, Ellis, Daniel Dye, Weatherman, Perez, and Honeyman. If you're playing Logan, it's because you're, taking a shot on what potentially might happen with him in this card. But these are your 5 guys at the bottom of the salary. I firmly believe if you are playing anybody but these individual drivers in this range, I think you're making a mistake. That's where I'm at there. Okay, and so, dude, I'm so hungry. I'm so sorry. I'm like wanting to get this done and head out because I'm absolutely starving. Hell, just making some food. I've been starting since like 10 o'clock, getting this stupid like pulling the stupid data, making sure it's here, getting it all uploaded, getting the projections done. But like these 5 guys in the value range, I think that's the only people you should use. When you look at people who are most likely going to be close to hitting value, it's a pretty short list of potential guys who can do that. You get Kligerman, Allgaier, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's highlight these fellows. Sorry. Bam, bam. Bam, not Jesse Love. Let me do that. And then it's like, Daniel Dye, Ellis Poole, Brad. Oh man, my mouse is killing me. Like, this is how you build. I honestly, from what I'm seeing on my end, on my projections and the lineups that I'm using, like, I am not using anybody that's not highlighted here. Like, I don't understand how you would be getting there. I need to take off one thing really fast. Got to move the optimizer screen over here. All right, let me put that back. That's Unlinked Legends from today. Sorry, it's because I had the optimizer here and I didn't want to just put up the lines I'm using, but like, why would you be getting anybody else? Like, honestly, if it's not in green, like, how are you? Maybe like Jeb Burton, like, okay, maybe in like a 6K range you need something, but like everybody who's not highlighted here is a terrible play today. If anything, people that aren't highlighted that I'd have interest in would be Sam Mayer and Taylor Gray. Jeb Burton, like maybe, but like this is the pool. This is the builds. Now, with that said, when we look back at the previous races here at Kansas for the Xfinity Series, we have seen quite a lot of volatility. Now, this could be biased in my brain, but we can go ahead and take a gander really fast. Let's just find Kansas here. Where are we at? We look back at the last few Kansas races, specifically the ones in the playoffs. And why do I have Kansas too? Am I just a moron that don't know they don't race here twice? Am I just a moron? Did they race here earlier? No, they raced here earlier in the year. No, they didn't. I'm a dummy. Let me restart. We look back at the last 3 Kansas races. I don't really want to go to COVID times, but you look at the amount of unfortunate incidents that have happened with playoff drivers, which this one went green to end the race. So we didn't run into any chaos last year. We look at 22, and I'm pretty sure we're going to start seeing playoff guys involved in wrecks. Maybe this is just me being incredibly biased here. Not really seeing anything crazy. Not a crazy amount of laps. Is this the one I'm thinking of? I guess it's going back like several years. Who's calling me? And maybe it is going back to COVID. Because coming out of COVID, you had like a ton of like huge, fast playoff guys always run issues. I think it's like Cindric was involved in a crash here as well. Yeah, Cindric, Gregson as well. But that is several years ago. So maybe the chaos isn't necessarily as big as I think it has been. So we look at this race, like I would just try and jam in like 3 guys from this range here, from 13th to 17th. Um, Chase whoever you want in terms of your lap leader. I think it's Cole Custer and Justin Allgaier should be the people you focus on, and then you have these guys down here. That's your value rate. Like why would you play anybody else in this race? I don't get that at all. Let's see what you guys are saying quickly. What's going on, Stellar 32? You guys here? Like I said, I know the show should have just been starting now, but I want to start a bit early. Thank you, Matthew. I'm very happy that it went well for you. But yeah, like I think this is the way you approach today. I don't really see anything too crazy or really insane past using these guys here. Like we're not playing Ryan Sieg. We're not playing Jones. Realistically, what is Jones gonna do here? Like, ooh, wow, yeah, he's really gonna show up and lead the race. I mean, he's already done this. He's already been first this year at Darlington, I do believe. And we can take a quick look at that. He started. Nope, he started second at Pocono. Oh, he started first at Dover, did nothing. And he started first at Richmond, I believe, and did nothing. So like I just wouldn't play Jones. Connor at 88 is too expensive to take any risk on anything that he might do. I don't really hate Sam Mayer, but he's just not in the priority at the moment. Probably just not getting to Eric Almirola. Like I think this race is extremely straightforward, man. I really do. That's where I'm at. If you guys have any quick questions or anything you want me to look at very quickly, I will do that. But outside of that, like I'm gonna leave pretty soon because I'm so hungry. Um, trying to think of what else I can talk about. The projections in this race are so drastically like these people work or they don't. Like I'll tell you right now, like I got Josh Williams for like 27 points. Not even viable, not even playable. Okay, Jeb's at 32, 4-8, but we have like Alfredo at like 29, Kyle Sieg 25th, SVG at like 39 or 34, my bad. Parker 31, Matt Benedetto 30. Like it just there's so many instant like no's here in this race. Um I don't think like whereas like yesterday's truck race you had a lot of kind of clashing builds or different ways you could see stuff happening. I think here it's just these play the guys in green. That's where I'm at. Let's see. Anything really quick? I don't think so. The slate starts in 2 hours. Should be a pretty quick video. $10 still has about 1,700 to fill up. 1 and 4 still haven't filled up. So I mean, guys, I think that's it. I think this is a pretty fast one. I'll go ahead and let you guys go, and I'll be live tomorrow morning before Sheets, Bobby, and Rody do their NFL stream. So I'll probably be live at like 9 a.m. tomorrow talking about the Cup Series stuff. But past that, best of luck, and hopefully you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys.